1-0 Kansas City on top of Boston. It's junior announcer day at Fenway Park. Here's the Red Sox starting 9.
Hi, my name is Alex Chavon from Newton, Massachusetts. Starting for the Red Sox in center field, Mr. Jacoby Ellisberry. Second baseman, Mr. Dustin Pedroia. Designated hitter, Mr. David Ortiz. In left field, Manny Ramirez. Third baseman, Mr. Mike Lowell. First baseman, Mr. Kevin Youkilis. In right field, Mr. J.D. Drew. Catcher, Mr. Kevin Cash. And at shortstop, Mr. Julio Lugo.
Way to go, Alex. Nice job. As the Red Sox come to bat here, Ellsbury leading it off. Dealing with Brian Bannister today.
Bannister 4-5 on the season. Got off to a very quick start, winning his first 3 games. Then he lost 4 in a row, picked up a win, and last time out, a loss against the Florida Marlins.
To first baseman Ross Glode and 1 away.
Let's take a look at the Kansas City defense. 4th in the league with 22 errors on the season. Alex Gordon at third base. Alberto Callaspo, the shortstop. Mark Grzelcyk at second, and Ross Glode at first. Left to right, David DeJesus, Joey Gathright, and Mark Teahan. Miguel Olivo doing the catching for Bannister. Bannister's faced the Red Sox only one time. It was here at Fenway Park and lost that game to Kason Gabbard. That was last July here at Fenway.
1 down for Dustin Pedroia. He's got that average back up over 300 again. As that's a 304 heading into today's action. And a big night last night for Dustin. Small sample against Brian Bannister, but he's 2 for 3 with a home run. Key matchup is brought to you by Acura. Last night, a 3-hit performance for Dustin Pedroia, the 6th time this year that he's had 3 hits in a game. Tied for the American League lead in that category. In the last 19 games, Pedroia hitting at .321. And he's hit safely in 15 of those 19 games as the Sun makes an appearance now at Fenway. Pedroia fouls it off, and it's a full count.
It was pretty cool this morning coming into the ballpark, but actually starting to warm up in a nice, comfortable afternoon.
Lights are on here at Fenway. Did sprinkle from time to time prior to the game. But the sun is out now, and light breeze. Three-2 fouled off to the right, and we'll do it again. Foul ground. Alex Gordon going as far as he can. May come back for him and ended up well beyond where he was and in the first row.
Callaspo may have a better chance at that. Watch where the shortstop is. Maybe he can't see it. He's got the glove up, and it's possible he didn't see it. He lost it in the sun. But if he goes over in a couple of steps, he probably makes the play.
Pedroia pops it up back at first base. Ross Glode makes the catch. Little stutter step there at the end, and is able to make the grab. 2 down. 2 away for David Ortiz. David 2 for 9 in the series against Kansas City with an RBI. Had a great series against Milwaukee, in which he had 2 home runs on Sunday. is 7 for 19 on the homestand, which wraps up here today against Kansas City. In on the hands and a two-hopper out to Callaspo, who throws to first base to retire Ortiz with the shift on. 1-2-3 first and a 1-0 Kansas City lead. John Lester, hopefully he's gotten some sleep since that no-hitter. Ross Claude leads it off. Bottom third of the Royals order. Claude, Callaspo, and Gathright. Claude going up to get that pitch, and he pops it up. Back at second base, Lugo makes the catch for out number 1.
Now, we mentioned many times, very aggressive lineup. Kansas City 13th in walks. The strikeouts have jumped a little bit in this series. They're now 7th in the league in strikeouts. They still remain last in the league in runs scored and last in the league in home runs.
Alberto Callaspo takes ball 1 from Daisuke Matsuzaka. Walked 2 but struck out 2. He gave up only 1 run in the first inning, but had to throw a lot of pitches, 34 pitches in that first inning for Daisuke. And the strike.
Callaspo getting the start at shortstop today. Tony Pena Jr. getting the day off. He has been struggling offensively.
Well, Daisuke, who walked a season high 8 at Detroit, of course turned into a victory. That was a 5-inning effort. And the first Red Sox pitcher with 8 walks to win a game since Oil Can Boyd had done it back in 1985 for the Red Sox. The 3-2 pitch. And the breaking ball misses outside, ball 4. There's another walk, and the third of the day surrendered by Matsuzaka.
On Friday afternoon, take a lunch break to chat live with Catherine Tappan. Visit the all-new NESN.com playground at noon and have your questions ready. Remember that if you miss on live chats, you can always catch up by reading the transcripts only at the all-new NESN.com.
One out, one on. Joey Gathright back in the Kansas City order for the second straight day. He returned to the ball game yesterday, or to the Royals starting lineup yesterday after being injured in a collision in the outfield. David DeJesus came back and played very well in last night's game from the number 9 spot. Was 2 for 2 and scored 3 runs. All 3 runs the Royals had.
And because of his speed and bunting ability, he got Mike Lowell in very tight at third base on that grass.
He was on base 4 times in the game last night. The 2 hits, the 2 walks, had a stolen base. Chopped right side. Pedroia flips underhanded to first, and there's 2 down. Up to second base goes Callaspo. Well, the league leaders are brought to you by Olympia Sports. And the category opponent slugging percentage, 304 against Daisuke Matsuzaka, which is 4th best. Kimona and Wong actually tied at 302, and Lee at the top, 274. Daisuke has 1 more win than Chien-Ming Wong. Wong's got 6 wins. Daisuke was 7. Ties him with Joe Saunders to start the day in the American League. Well, Brandon Webb, far and away the leader in the majors, got 9 victories for the Arizona Diamondbacks. Has set the pace in wins. Diaspo at second base, 2 down here in the top of the second inning. On the corner for strike 2. Jesus struck out looking in the first inning, 1 of 2 Ks so far for Daisuke today. Outside, it's 1-2. Mark Grudzielanek on deck. 2 outs here in the top of the second. Foul tipped, held onto by Cash at strike 3. Another walk, but no runs. 1-0 Royals.
John Lester's no-hitter as your ringtone today by visiting the Red Sox mobile shop at redsox.com/mobile or by texting Lester to 55222. Oh, naughty.
Better cover him up so we don't see him.
That's right. Very smart.
Hide behind the sign. We get the message. 1-0 Royals on top. Ramirez, Lowell, and Youkilis about the bottom of the second. And he's got a very quiet homestand. 287 overall, 8 homers, 28 runs batted in for Ramirez. Trying to help Manny relax a little bit. He is 0 for 10 in the series against Kansas City, just 2 for 18 on the homestand. Fouled off to the right. It's 1-2.
I'm talking to Tito Francona about Manny this morning, and of course he's in a terrible funk right now. And even Tito said, I've never seen him this messed up. He said, but you know, you keep him in there because at any moment you know he's capable of breaking out.
Two balls, 2 strikes to Ramirez. Leading off the bottom of the second inning. Red Sox win an order in the first on 12 pitches for Brian Bannister. Mike Lowell waits on deck. Bannister, originally a Mets 7th-round pick, acquired from Kansas City from the Mets for Ambiorix Burgos, the reliever. This one up the middle, long range for Grudzielanek. Throw against the grain and not in time. And with the infield hit, the good bid by Grudzielanek, and the Red Sox have their first base runner of the day.
Grudzelanek's got a tough play to make because he's going toward left field when he catches this ground ball, and awfully difficult to get much on the throw. Manny hustling down the line, and of course the throw pulls Ross Glode off the bag at first base, so Manny picks up the base hit.
So lead runner on for the Red Sox here in the second. Here's Mike Lowell. This one fouled off to the right. Bannister played baseball and pitched for the University of Southern California. 2-time Pac-10 champion. He was a teammate with Mark Pryor, currently of the Padres, and the Cardinals' Anthony Reyes while at USC. His dad, of course, Floyd Bannister, pitched in the majors for 15 seasons. Left side and through into left field, a base hit. First 2 have reached for Boston here in the second.
Lowell picks on a curveball that time, not crushed exactly by Mike Lowell, but good location between third and short for the base hit. Yeah, Brian Bannister's dad, Floyd, was a left-handed pitcher. Many years with the Chicago White Sox, among other teams.
A total of 15 in the majors: Astros, Mariners, White Sox, Royals, Angels, and Rangers. When he was in Kansas City, which was 88 and 89, he combined to go 16 and 14. There are more Bannisters that may be on the way. His brother Brett pitches in the Mariners system, and his other brother Corey is a pitcher at Stanford.
And also must be very smart if he goes to Stanford.
He's given up back-to-back base hits here in the second. Euclid down 0-1. Through the left side, a base hit. Manny to third base, and the base is now loaded. 3 straight hits to open up the bottom of the second after a 1-2-3 first for Brian Bannister.
Now Manny with the infield hit, and almost exact locations for Lowell and Euclid. Lowell's was a curveball, Euclid a slider. And he takes that top spin ground ball into left field. Of course, Manny at second base not able to score. Is a good charge put on right there by De Jesus. Manny just about getting to third base when he had it in his glove.
So bases loaded, nobody out. Golden opportunity for the Red Sox to trail 1-0. And here's J.D. Drew returning to the Red Sox lineup. Could have played last night after fouling a pitch off his knee the night before. Terry Francona opted to give him the night off last night. Back in there today, and he takes strike one. Ball 1-1-1. Two for 12 on the homestand for J.D. Drew. Bats with Ramirez at third, Lowell at second, Euclid at first, nobody out. Outside ball 2-1. This is the 35th game that Drew has started in right field for the Red Sox of a possible 50.
It really is amazing how they've been able to use that rotation and getting everybody involved with Crispin, Ellsbury, and Drew and Manny.
We kind of wondered at the beginning of the year. We heard that there was going to be sort of a split between Crispin, Ellsbury, how it would all work out and how Coco would stay happy. Well, apparently he is, because he's getting a chance to play virtually every day the way it's working out.
Well, he's happy, he's playing well, and the team's winning.
And as you've said many times, it's a better team with Coco Crisp on it. 2-2 is a fly ball to left. Headed back, up, gone, into the monster seats. Grand slam for J.D. Drew. Red Sox, just like that, lead it 4-1.
I love to see that kind of swing from J.D. Drew, especially here at Fenway Park. I mean, he's got the kind of power that can just take advantage of left field here in Boston, either off the wall or over the wall. Outside fastball, does not try to pull it, goes to the opposite field and up into the seats above the wall for the grand slam. I think he had a problem last year when he came to Fenway. You know, he was strictly a pull hitter and didn't realize, you know, what a benefit left field is for a left-handed hitter here. Drew now with 22 runs batted in the season, picks up his 4th home run.
That is the first home run for J.D. Drew since the 11th of April. 101 at bats in between home runs. Last one he hit was against Chin-Ming Wong. So it's been a while, but an opposite field grand slam, and the Red Sox lead it 4-1. Evan Cash batting 8th in the Red Sox order with a swing and a miss. Check swing. Did he go? They'll check no, says Brian Knight, first base umpire. And it's 2-2 to Kevin Cash. Well, much different second inning than first for Bannister, who retired the side in order in the first inning. 4 straight hits, a grand slam. J.D. Drew. Cash stays alive. 2-2.
I think it's the longest I've ever seen J.D. Drew smile. Very quiet guy.
Strike 3 call. As Cash gets frozen, grabs the outside corner. First strikeout for Brian Bannister.
Fastball outside corner. Nasty pitch by Bannister. Strikeout high in the season 6. He did that against the New York Yankees.
So 1 down for Julio Lugo. Batting in the number 9 spot. 285. No homers. 12 runs batted in. He's now started 6 of the last 7 games. After missing 5 straight games, of course, with the mild concussion on the last road trip. Up the middle, ranging. Callaspo can't get it. It's into center. 5th hit of the second inning for the Red Sox.
Now Lugo's been getting a lot of breaking balls. I mentioned that last night, and generally if they stay away from Lugo with that pitch, he has difficulty. But the last couple of nights they've left him out over the plate, and he's been able to pick up some base hits. Up the middle with that ground ball for the base hit. So a totally different second inning than first. A 1-2-3 first for Bannister, but Red Sox doing big damage here in the second.
There's Jacoby Ellsbury. Red Sox go second time through now. Ellsbury grounded out to first base first time up. And out after that first pitch, fouling it off. This player profile is brought to you by Sovereign Bank, the official bank of the Red Sox cable network. 76 games now with the Red Sox. 319, 7 homers, 58 runs, and has only been caught once in his major league career. Swings at the 1-1 and fouls it off. 1-2. Pedroia waits on deck, still just 1 out of the inning. Red Sox on 5 hits. So far have scored 4 times. Lugo at first base, held on by Ross Clough. Late swing, and Ellsbury fouls it into the seats.
Very defensive swing on the breaking ball with 2 strikes to Ellsbury, but the key is he's able to make contact and foul it off. Breaking ball right on the outside corner. That ball's almost in the mitt for Levo when he fouled it off.
Ellsbury fouls another off, and it hangs at 1-2. Well, last night got his 2nd career leadoff home run. It was his first since April 22nd against the Angels. Had a 3-hit game last night for the first time since May 14th at Baltimore. And a nice night for Bartolo Colon. Lugo takes off. Pitch a ball, and the throw down is in time. Julio Lugo is gunned down. Second out of the inning.
Now that was on a changeup too, and Olivo gets an excellent release and an excellent throw to second base to get Lugo. Almost like a pitch out, except it was a changeup. Quick tag at second base by Callaspo, and Lugo's been thrown out for the third time this season.
Inside, ball 4. Ellsbury's on the first walk given up by Brian Bannister.
Do you want real-time video highlights of your favorite team sent straight to your phone? Text Red Sox alerts to MLB Go 65246 on your AT&T wireless phone and sign up for video alerts. I don't get all that stuff. There's so much stuff like we can get now, the final call or the thing, the phone.
Don't you want it all?
No, because all I can do is make calls, receive calls, and answer voicemail. I can't text. I can't do any of that stuff. That would really totally throw me for a loop, all that stuff. I don't even know if my phone can do that. You know that red phone they gave me from Nesson?
Yes, I don't think it can, based on what I've seen. Dustin Pedroia is the 8th member of the Red Sox to bat here in the second inning.
So they can get all. I guess they get all that stuff on that phone, all the things we've been talking about here, and
ringtones and video. How you doing? Pitch inside, and the count 2-0 to Pedroia.
I noticed you, since you received your new phone, you and Mike and Russ, you guys are always very busy on that thing. I mean, you know, doing a lot of different things and texting and
trying to figure it out. I don't know how to text yet.
Yeah, but internet, you have everything on that.
Starting to find my way around it a little bit. This one popped up, foul back and out of play. Although it's taken a long time. When I first had it for the first week, I was hitting buttons, and I actually turned it from English to Spanish. And so I couldn't even get my way out of it because it was all in Spanish. I don't know Spanish.
Yeah.
So
well, you might have, if you left it there, maybe you could have learned Spanish.
Maybe, yeah.
Why don't you do that in the 6-hour flight out to the coast today?
Plenty of time. Pedroia sends one foul down the right field line, back and out of play. Well, the Red Sox after the game be headed out to Oakland. No day off. And we'll open up a 3-game series against the Athletics beginning tomorrow night.
One great thing about going to Oakland, the hotel we stay at's got the best shoe shine in the league. The best, by far. So every time I go to Oakland, I get my shoe shine twice a year.
It takes off to deep third. Gordon on a nice pick on the backhand. The throw is going to be in time to get Pedroia. Nice play by Gordon to end things in the second. A grand slam for J.D. Drew as the Red Sox on top 4-1.
Chicago and Texas this summer. Each package includes great tickets, hotel accommodations, the chance to meet a player, and much more. For more details, call 617-226-6400 or visit redsox.com/Red Sox Destinations.
Rain falling at Fenway Park as we head to the bottom of the third inning.
It makes for a romantic afternoon at Fenway when you're all cuddled up under a big umbrella.
David Ortiz leads it off in the bottom of the third. Ortiz, Ramirez, and Lowell. David grounded out to shortstop first time up. Tough second inning for Brian Bannister at a 1-2-3 first, but then faced 8 men in the second. 4 of them would score 4 straight hits, including the grand slam by J.D. Drew. Also walked a batter. David taking all the way and taking a strike, 3-1. And he waits on deck, then Lowell. Ortiz right into the shift. Grzelcyk in short right. Throws him out for the first out here in the third inning.
This week, Hazel's Bay Top 9 Countdown of all things Sox includes a look at John Lester's no-hitter, Justin Masterson's Major League debut, actually it was his second game, Tim Wakefield's trip with the Mad Fisherman, and so much more. That's Sunday at 2 p.m. on the Ultimate Red Sox Show, presented by Buick Pontiac GMC.
One down for Manny Ramirez. And he lifts it down the right field line and will make its way foul. The sun is now out after a rain shower.
That happens quite often, Don. You have a bit of a shower, then the sun comes out right after that.
Shouldn't there be a rainbow someplace close then?
Could be. Who knows?
Pitch outside to Ramirez. And it's a ball and a strike to Manny. There's other day baseball today. The Tigers are home against Seattle, beating them 5-1 in the fourth. And Texas on top of Minnesota 4-2 in the fourth from Minnesota. Everything else tonight, the American and National League, as Ramirez takes strike two. Of the 498 career home runs for Manny Ramirez, 37 of them have come against the Kansas City Royals. Tried to hold up, did he? No. One around, says Brian Knight. Ramirez strikes out, and there's two down. Just the second strikeout for Brian Bannister.
Yeah, busting that fastball up and in to Manny Ramirez. He tries to check the swing, but he can't. Actually, that ball was supposed to be away, but it stayed inside. And Manny called for going through at the swing.
The 60th pitch of the day for Bannister, and Lowell drives one to right field down the line. Teeing on the run, won't get there as the one hops up into the seats. A ground rule double. Second hit for Lowell.
And another double for Mike Lowell. That's going to be number 10 on the season for Lowell. Red Sox leader in doubles is Kevin Youkilis with 16.
So Mike at second base, two down. Here is Youkilis, who singled his first time up. And the pitch to strike. 0-1 to Youkilis. The right field line and foul beyond canvas alley, and it's 0-2. Jerry, it's been amazing watching Daisuke pitch, especially the last few times out, but today he's already got 5 walks. One of them has turned into a run, but working around 2 walks in this third inning. I mean, it's been amazing to watch.
It's hard to describe. I mean, you know, he doesn't give up many hits. He gives up a lot of walks and not a lot of runs.
Lowell at second base, 2 down. The catcher Levo headed out to talk to Bannister.
You know, today is the day the winners of the Tom Werner seats are here today. Patricia Vieira of Arlington, Massachusetts was the winner, Red Sox Nation member. And if I was to guess, I would say it'd be this group right in here that have won the tickets. Of course, they'll be available for Red Sox Nation members again on the next homestand, so you can still join and have a chance to get those great seats to a ball game. Also going to start picking governors later this week. It should be posted on the Red Sox website very, very shortly. Governors for the New England states, and of course the remaining 44 states will come after that in another contest.
The right center field for Youkilis and in for a hit. Mike Lowell coming around from second base. The throw from Gathright is off the mark, and the Red Sox take a 5-1 lead. A 2-out RBI for Youkilis, his 35th of the year.
Now, as I've mentioned it many times, but it bears repeating. I mean, Youkilis is using the whole ballpark this season. You know, not just pulling the ball, hitting the ball where it's pitched. That ball just a little bit away, takes it to the opposite field. Big 2-out base hit to drive in a run. His 35th RBI of the season. Another multiple hit game for Youkilis. His 20th of the season. I don't know where Youkilis is in All-Star voting, but I mean, he's got to be on the All-Star team unless there's a total collapse between now and that game. I know it's early to start talking about the All-Star team, but I mean, this has been quite a first half for Kevin Youkilis.
Well, JD quickly ahead 2-0. Hit a grand slam his first time up. His 4th home run of the year. RBIs 19, 20, 21, and 22. Lofts it foul, and it's 2-1 to Drew. Bannister got 2 quick outs in this inning. Ortiz to ground out. Ramirez struck out, but a double for Mike Lowell. An RBI single for Kevin Youkilis. Red Sox tack on another run. And it is 5-1 Boston. The chance here for Drew with Youkilis at first base. High fly ball to center field, deep, sending Gathright back onto the track for the catch in front of the garage door out there to end things in the 3rd. The Red Sox had a run on top 5-1.
One lead, and a very strange play to win last inning. David Ortiz will pick up a base hit on a ground ball that bounces off the first base bag. Lugo at second base being waved on by Brad Mills once he saw that ball hit the bag, but an excellent throw there by Grzelcyk, and they get Lugo at home plate. Lugo didn't think he got tagged in that first time, but apparently did as he reaches back for the bag, but right away Wendelstedt was making the out call. The Red Sox trying to pick up a hustle run with 2 outs.
Alex Gordon leads it off here in the top of the 5th inning against Daisuke, and the umpire getting out of the way, Brian Knight.
Nice moves by Knight down there at first base. Very popular, I'm sure, the nightclubs around Boston at night. Pretty good moves. Watch this, Don.
Made the call, get out of the way all at the same time.
Not only that, but went into a little jogging in place.
Well, he had the plate for the John Lester no-hitter here the other night. Swing and a miss, and the count 1-2.
Changeup from Daisuke. Not many of those so far in the game for him today. And the off-balance swing by Alex Gordon.
Gordon walked in the first inning and scored the only Kansas City run today, and then popped out to first base. As that pitch count 85 as he works to the first batter here in the 5th inning. Daisuke threw 103 pitches in his 6 2/3 inning effort against Milwaukee last time out. His 10th start of the year, he's had 2 no decisions and of course 7 victories. And the most pitches he's thrown in any outing, 116. Did that against the Yankees back on April 13th. 3-2. Ball 4 and he walks another. 6 walks allowed now by Matsuzaka. And another leadoff walk. Second time he's done that.
He's only gone 1 inning in this game without a walk, and that was back in the 4th inning. But in that inning, gave up a couple of hits.
Gordon at first for Jose Guillen, who has singled to drive in the Royals run and struck out. This one gets away from Cash, didn't know where it was, and a wide turn at second base that time for Gordon, but he'll stay put at second.
That ball deflected a long way from Kevin Cash, and he had to chase it down near the on-deck circle for the Kansas City Royals. Didn't know where it was. It bounced off, I think, maybe the umpire. Finally, he picks it up, and he's got all kind of stuff to deal with over there. Lead bats, rosin bags.
Guillen fouls it off to the right. It's a ball and a strike. Daisuke has not had a 1-2-3 inning today. Had a chance for it last inning when he got 2 quick outs. Then gave up back-to-back hits, a double and a single before he got Grudzielanek to ground back to him. To left center field, and a gapper back towards the track of the wall. Gordon will score as Guillen is headed to second base, and he's got himself his 2nd RBI of the day. It's a double, and Kansas City now trails by 3. It's 5-2. Another walk turning into a run.
Guillen with both runs batted in today, and that's good. John Farrell scratching his head. Guillen gets the breaking ball here, stays on it, finds that gap in left center field, and picks up his 33rd RBI of the season. He's in the top 10 in the American League.
So Guillen at second base. Nobody out. Mark Tien. He has walked twice today. Daisuke falling behind 2-0. He's at 92 pitches. So far, no action in the Red Sox pen as he tries to work his way through the 5th. Again, he's not got beyond the 7th inning this season. That is the longest outing he's had. This one fouled off to the left. He's gone 7 innings twice at home against Toronto and a no decision, one of the 2 no decisions he has. And the other time at Minnesota, he went 7 innings and grabbed the victory there as well.
Now the bullpen in pretty good shape for the Red Sox. Obviously Okajima and Papelbon did not work last night, and the other guys only an inning, so there are arms available out there today, and they're going to need them.
Did a great job last night by the bullpen. After Cologne went the first 5, they were able to shut down the Royals. Now Cash headed out to talk to Matsuzaka.
Where can you score the best Red Sox gear in town? Check out BostonGlobeStore.com. The Boston Globe Store has everything for the diehard fan, like autographed memorabilia, Red Sox photos, World Series souvenirs, and more. Shop online, shop anytime. Shop BostonGlobeStore.com.
Fouled off by Tien. to even the count now at 2-2. Leadoff walk for Alex Gordon, who took second on the wild pitch uncorked by Daisuke. Jose Guillen with an RBI double. In Kansas City, their second run. He stands at second, nobody out. And a 2-2 to Tien. Ball 3 and it kicks off Cash, able to locate it quickly. No advance for Guillen. Well, it was against the Royals that Daisuke had his major league debut. The Red Sox opened their season last year in Kansas City, and he got the start on April 5th. Just 1 run, 6 hits. Struck out 10 in 7 innings in a 4-1 victory. On the ground right side, Pedroia. Step to his right. Throws out Tien, but on to third goes Guillen. 1 down.
I remember the media too for that game. Of course, a lot of the Japanese media there, and it was like just all stacked up in front of the Red Sox dugout, waiting for Daisuke to make his first appearance. And of course, Daisuke heading out to the bullpen. A lot of that media attention this year has cooled down. I mean, there's still plenty of it. There's no question about that, but nowhere near what it was a year ago. And of course, Daisuke picking up his first major league win.
Down the line, a fair ball headed towards the corner. Easily scoring from third is Guillen, as Olivo heads to second base with an RBI double. And it's now 5-3.
Now, this has not been a good day for Daisuke. I mean, a lot of walks, getting hit now pretty good. There's a couple of balls hit very hard in this inning by Guillen, and that last one by Olivo. And we're going to start to get some action down in that bullpen for the Red Sox.
First up for Boston is David Ardsma.
Looks like Olivo here jumping on the cut fastball from Daisuke and right down that third base line. So the Royals have battled their way back into this ball game, now just down by 2.
There's Ross Glode, who is 0 for 2. He has popped out to short, popped out to third. And it's strike 1 to Glode. Breaking ball away, 1-1. Out to throw his 100th pitch of the day. Through 49 through the first 2 innings. This one foul tipped, and it's 1-2.
And this could be the last inning for Daisuke. I mean, we'll see what happens from here on out, but already over the 100 pitch mark, and the fact that right now really not on top of his game today.
That's the case. It would actually be the 4th time in 10 starts that he has only gone 5 innings. Up top for ball 2, 2-2.
Trying to get Glode to chase another high pitch. He's done it twice in 2 at-bats today, both for pop-ups.
Earlier you were talking about his reluctance to give in some hitters' counts. Do you think maybe if he did give in, trusting his stuff as good as it is, that may help diminish some of this pitch count situation and all the walks? There's strike 3, comes back to get Glode for the second out of the inning.
You know, he has such a wide variety of pitches, and he throws them all. His fastball, his cut fastball. This is a cutter on the outside corner. He's always trying to work those corners, obviously, with his cutter. And he's got the curveball, he's got the changeup, he's got the splitter. It's hard to analyze his games. I mean, it really is. I mean, you watch him pitch, you watch all the walks, you don't see a lot of hits.
Callaspo batting for the 3rd time. He's walked and grounded out. strike, and it's 1-1. Daisuke up over 100 pitches, 104 with 2 outs here in the 5th. Trying to depart with a chance to grab his 8th win without a loss. He was up 5-1 heading into this inning, but Kansas City gets 2 quick runs. They get Miguel Olivo in scoring position at second base. Now Cash out to talk to Daisuke.
This is the second time that Cash has caught Daisuke. He did once earlier in the season. So this is still rather new for this combination, working together. Daisuke not sure about what signs Cash is putting down, so they have a meeting.
Just talking. Ayaspo with a swing and a miss. Olivo at second base, 2 down, top of the 5th.
That's 3 times. That's interesting. 3 times that Daisuke shook him off, and you could see Cash putting his hands out saying, I have no idea what you want to throw. Do you have any other pitches?
Swing and a miss. Struck him out as they fire down for the out. 6 strikeouts for Daisuke. Takes a 5-3 lead now to the bottom of the 5th. 5-3, the Red Sox on top. More Brian Bannister as he is back out there again for the bottom of the 6th inning. As he's about to throw his 100th pitch. It's to J.D. Drew, and it's in there for strike 1. And Drew with a big grand slam for the Red Sox in the 2nd inning. And he was flied out to the warning track in center field in his 2nd at bat. 1 for 2 today. Bannister having a 1-2-3 5th inning. Has got action behind him. Yabuta's been up 3 times, and Jimmy Gobble was in the game last night. Drew fouls it off and evens the count now at 2-2. Through the right side into right field for a base hit. J.D. with his 2nd hit of the day.
J.D. does a nice job staying back on a changeup that time and hooks the ball between 1st and 2nd base for the base hit. To the opposite field for the grand slam home run, and pulling this one for his 2nd hit of the day.
Now Kevin Cash, who's 0 for 2 today. There goes Drew as it's into left field for a base hit. Drew heading for 3rd base, and it's 1st and 3rd with nobody out.
Had to be a little hit and run action put on there by the Red Sox. Generally they don't send J.D. Drew on a straight out steal. Cash has had trouble making contact today, so sometimes by putting on the hit and run you concentrate a little more just to get the bat on the ball. And he hooks it right down to that corner. Nice sliding play down there by DeJesus. If the ball gets by him, it's possible J.D. could have scored.
So the Red Sox here in the 6th inning with 1st and 3rd, nobody out. Julio Lugo coming up. A single to center in the 2nd, and a bunt single in the 4th. And it's 2 for 2, part of this 12-hit attack for the Red Sox today against Brian Bannister.
Infield for the Royals, not quite in and not a double play position. About 3 steps in from the double play spot. 2 options for them, either to go home or pick up a double play in a ball where they don't think they can get the runner at home.
Fly ball out to right field. Mark Tien now over his Gathright. Tien makes the catch. Gathright kind of collided with him. From third comes Drew, and the Red Sox lead it 6-3. A light collision. Looks like Gathright may have gotten a piece of Tien as he made the catch out there. And the sacrifice fly for Lugo and a 6-3 Red Sox lead.
Yeah, nice job by Lugo. As you see right there at the last minute, Gathright getting out of the way of Mark Tien. And looks like that might be the afternoon for Bannister.
Now the Red Sox getting to him for 6 runs so far. He's still responsible for Cash at first. The pitching change from Fenway.
CVS Pharmacy is the official pharmacy of the Boston Red Sox.
Well, Brian Bannister leaves after 5 1/3 innings. 6 runs so far, 12 hits for Bannister as he departs. Came into the game with a record of 4-5. And Jimmy Gobble is a new pitcher now for Kansas City.
Left-handed so far this year, only 2 for 22 off Gobble. He worked in the game last night, an inning. Did have a strikeout overall, his 16th appearance of the season.
Kevin Cash at first base, held on by Ross Glode as Jacoby Ellsbury stands in. He's grounded out to first, walked and singled. Red Sox have 12 hits. Only Dustin Pedroia, oddly enough, does not have a hit today for the Red Sox. All the hits that Dustin's had this season.
And Jimmy Gobble, one of 2 left-handers in that bullpen for Kansas City. As Ron Mayhay, we also saw last night.
When Gobble first came to the major leagues with Kansas City, he was used as a starter. Made 25 starts back in 2004. Was 9-8. He's been a full-time reliever since 2006. Last year, a total of 74 appearances. Inside, it's 3-0.
He's been better this year against lefties. Last year, lefties at 241 against Gobble. So far this season, 091. Been gobbling up those left-handers this year.
There's a strike, and the count is 3-1. One out. Kevin Cash at first. Red Sox have added a run for the first time since the 3rd inning. And there's ball 4. So Gobble comes in to face the lefty and walks the first batter that he faces here in the 6th.
He's probably in here for about 3 batters. Pedroia, then Ortiz, and that may be it for him in the afternoon.
As I mentioned, Pedroia without a hit today. He is 0 for 3, popped out, grounded out, flied out. Four members of the Red Sox with 2 hit days. Mike Lowell's got 2. Youkilis with 2. Drew with 2. And Lugo with 2. Inside, and it's a ball and a strike to Pedroia. Kansas City heading to Toronto for a 4-game visit to the Rogers Center beginning tomorrow night. In tight, almost hit Pedroia, and it's 2-1. David Ortiz on deck with 1 out and 2 on here for the Red Sox. To left. De Jesus will play it off the scoreboard as around from second comes Cash. Throw goes to third. It's an RBI double for Pedroia. Red Sox lead it 7-3. And now everybody in the Red Sox order has at least 1 hit.
15 doubles down for Pedroia, puts him third in the league in that category. As ahead in the count 2-1, he gets the fastball from Gobble and rifles it off that left field wall. So Gobble coming into the game walks the lefty, gives up the double to Pedroia, and now dealing with David Ortiz.
So that closes the book on the starter for Kansas City, Brian Bannister, who ends up going 5 1/3, 12 hits, 7 runs. He walked 1 and struck out 4 in his outing. On the hook for this one with the Red Sox on top now 7-3. And runners at second and third, 1 out. And Ortiz, who is 1 for 3 today, stands in. Popped up. Alex Gordon makes the catch. A little stagger there at the end. And there's 2 down.
Now Manny just kind of waiting on the on-deck circle as they exchange the baseballs as they've been doing, but also to see if Trey Hillman comes out to make the pitching change.
And he's not even walking towards home plate. He's so sure they're going to change.
It's a standoff.
Manny is not going to move. Now he's going to start.
Hillman going to walk him with first base open.
Nope. Revo down into the crouch. Now he will. He's trying to get his attention in the first place. So they'll load the bases. Will be the next batter.
And will he face Gobble, or will they go to the bullpen for the right-hander?
And the intentional walk of Manny Ramirez, who heads down to first base. Base is loaded, and Mike Lowell coming up. So it does not appear that Hillman's headed out here to make the change. It'll be the left-hander who's going to try to get Lowell after intentionally walking Manny Ramirez. Ball 1. Gobble has faced 4 batters. He walked Ellsbury. The RBI double for Pedroia. Got Ortiz to pop out. The intentional walk of Ramirez. They're filled with Red Sox with 2 down in the inning. Lowell drives one to deep left. Up, back, gone. Second grand slam of the day for the Red Sox. J.D. Drew in the second. Mike Lowell in the sixth.
Sometimes it's hard to figure the strategy, Don. Manny Ramirez really struggling at the plate, but they don't pitch to him. And instead of going to get the right-hander to face Mike Lowell, they stay with Jimmy Gobble, who has had troubles in this game. And the Red Sox are pretty much putting this one out of reach.
It's Grand Slam day at Fenway Park.
Mike Lowell gets a fastball and a line shot right under the 498 sign for Manny Ramirez.
Just below the 498 and just above the green monster in left.
That's one of those shots by Lowell that in this ballpark, I mean, if it hits the top of the wall, it's probably a single, but in any other ballpark, it's definitely a home run. Well, even here at Fenway today, the home run, just getting it up over that left field wall.
His sixth home run of the year. Youkilis takes a 2-1 for strike two, 2-2. Youkilis, the ninth man to bat here in the bottom of the sixth. Youkilis strikes out to end things in the sixth. A 6-run sixth that has the Red Sox on top 11-3. The grand slam for Lowell. Well, Mike Lowell with the grand slam, the second grand slam of the day for the Red Sox. It's 11-3. New Red Sox pitcher is Craig Hansen.
Well, he also worked in the game last night. An inning against the Royals, had a strikeout. 8th appearance overall in the season for Hansen.
Jose Guillen leading it off here in the top half of the 7th inning. Javier Lopez faced one batter. He struck out Alex Gordon to end the 6th inning. So Hansen becomes the third Boston pitcher of the day. On a drive to deep left. And he looking up as that will be gone. Ian's 6th home run of the year, and it's now 11-4.
Now big day for Guillen. Single, double, home run, 3 runs batted in. Gets the fastball from Hansen and all over it. Yeah, fan, did he reach over and interfere? Oh, that's a tough call, Doc. That ball might have hit off the bottom of the wall if he doesn't touch it.
Pretty close.
No argument from anybody on the Red Sox.
Martin batting with a count of 1-1. Mike Lowell kind of reacted as he looked up and thought perhaps the fan had interfered as he watched it from his vantage point. Tough to tell. Pretty close. Either way, Jose Guillen's got his 6th home run. This one fouled off to the left.
Well, maybe if it had been a 1-1 ball game, there might have been more of a discussion about it.
Inside to full count. So Hansen greeted rather rudely by the Royals. Jose Guillen homering often. Martin has walked two. He's walked twice, I should say, and is grounded out to second base. As he now will take a walk for the third time today. Jordan's Furniture is the official furniture store of the Boston Red Sox. Log on to jordans.com for the New England's largest selection of brand name furniture and mattresses. A home run and a walk. It's now 7 walks allowed by Red Sox pitching today. Tien's got 3 of them. And here's Miguel Olivo, who has struck out, flied out, and doubled to drive in a run. Well, towards left center field. And that'll one-hop the wall. Martin's headed for third base and beyond. They're going to try to wave him around. The cutoff throw is missed, and the run scores as Tien scores all the way from first base on the double for Olivo. And it's now 11-5.
Well, Hansen had a very easy inning last night for the Red Sox. Not so easy here in the 7th today. The home run, a walk, and now Olivo picks up his second double of the afternoon. Well, that'll get some action in the Red Sox bullpen. Tien being waved on, no problem scoring as the first cutoff man was overthrown.
Well, David Ardsman was up earlier in the game. He's back up again. Daisuke Matsuzaka today went 5 2/3, giving up 6 hits, 3 runs. He walked 6 and struck out 7. Javier Lopez for a third, and then Craig Hansen is yet to record an out here in the top half of the 7th. Ross Glodes the batter. And he pops it up foul and out of play. So for 3 today. He's popped out to short, popped out to third, and last time up struck out looking. Up and away, brings Cash out of the crouch to grab that 1-1. Red Sox scoring 6 times in the bottom of the 6th. Kansas City answering with 2 quickly here in the top of the 7th. That's chop foul, 1-2. Popped up. Euclid from first base. Makes the catch for the first out here in the top of the 7th. One down for Alberto Callaspo, who has walked, grounded out, and struck out. And there for strike 1 over the inside corner. Fly ball to right field. Out goes Pedroia. In comes Drew. JD makes the catch, and there's 2 down.
Following the game today, it's Granite City Electric's Extra Innings Extra with Tom Caron, Dennis Eckersley, and Heidi Watney. You'll hear all the reaction from inside the Red Sox clubhouse, plus a look ahead to the West Coast trip. It's all coming up after the game, and it's live on NESN.
2 outs. Miguel Olivo at second base. 2 runs in for Kansas City, and here's Joey Gathright. He's had another productive day from his number 9 spot. They elevate and he chases.
Well, the 2 outs that Hansen has been able to get in this inning to Gload and Kalaspo have both been on sliders. A pop up and a fly ball out. Blew that high fastball by Gathright for strike 1.
Down low on the count, 1-1. Wally having some sunflower seeds.
Yeah, he's got to sign her autograph too, it looks like.
The 1-1 pitch is outside, 2-1.
It'd be tough to write with those big hands. Wow. How you doing?
Inside, 3-1. Joey Gathright 2 hits, a double, a single. He's stolen a base. He's grounded out. Had a great series. Playing in just 2 of the games of this series. Missing the first 2. Feeling the after effects of a collision with David DeJesus over the weekend. There's ball 4 and another walk allowed by Red Sox pitching. Now 8 in the game.
8 walks, but you still have the lead in the game, 11-5.
So first and second, 2 down. David DeJesus, the batter. He struck out 3 times and singled. Daisuke had 7 strikeouts in his 5 2/3. Javier Lopez struck out the only batter he faced. So 8 Ks today for Red Sox pitching. Hansen trying to get through the 7th inning. Red Sox do have David Eidsman still warming in the pen. Ball 2, 2-0.
Case on the homestand where pitching has been dominant for the Red Sox. Certainly hasn't been the case here this afternoon.
There's a strike, 2-1 now to DeJesus. One hopper hard at Euclid that he picks very nicely to end the inning. 2 runs in the inning for Kansas City at 7th inning stretch time. 11-5 Red Sox. Time now for Sports Desk Update.
Eckersley and Ken Maka for Olympia Sports presents the Boston Globe pregame show. They'll discuss which teams get the most bang for their buck. On Saturday at 8 p.m., Catherine and Ken break down the top AL managers so far this season. Then on Sunday at 3 p.m., join Catherine and Ken and John as John Lester returns to the Hill. It's all coming up this week live on the pregame show. You know, I was stunned when I got to the ballpark today because I thought Saturday was a Fox game.
It's not.
It is not.
No. Alex Cora at shortstop as Julio Lugo's day is done. And the new pitcher for the Red Sox, 4th of the day, is David Eidsman.
Eidsman making his 20th appearance, a record of 1-1, 21 innings, 15 hits, 16 strikeouts. 16 walks and 18 strikeouts. Opponents hitting 200 against Eidsman. Last outing for him, game 2 of the day-night doubleheader, 2/3 of an inning in that game against the Brew Crew.
Esteban Herman, who took over at second base for Grudzelanic, leads it off. Swing and a miss, and the count 1-1. tight. The count 2-1. Zelonic had been 0 for 3 with a walk before coming out of the game. Herman takes over at second base, leads it off. Then Alex Gordon and Jose Guillen here in the 8th. Craig Hansen worked the 7th inning, giving up 2 hits and 2 runs. The home run by Guillen. Walk 2, didn't strike anybody out. Red Sox pitching has walked 8 batters today, as Aardsma to a full count to the first batter that he faces. Swing and a miss. Strikes out Herman for the first out of the 8th.
That fastball at 96 from David Aardsma to pick up the strikeout. So Esteban Herman in the outfield in this series. The second base, picking up Grzelcyk.
One out for Alex Gordon. Well, the Red Sox with 2 grand slams in the game today. 10th time they've had 2 in a game. Last time was July 29th of 2003 when Bill Miller, of course, hit both of them himself. Both sides of the plate, the 2 grand slams at Texas. Well, the first time since Bill Miller did it. The last time 2 different players did it. John Valentin and Mo Vaughn. Tony Armas and Bill Buckner back in '84. Here at Fenway Park last time. This one down the left field line. Manny is over, and he won't have a play into the first row. And a souvenir.
Certainly remember that night, Bill Miller from left-handed and right-handed in that game. J.D. Drew and Mike Lowell today combining for grand slams.
If I'm not mistaken, Bill Miller hit 3 home runs in that game, I think. One hopper knocked down by Pedroia, and reaching at first base is Gordon. And a nice play to knock it down, but to do nothing with it. We'll see how that shoulder's feeling after another diving attempt.
That's an absolute bullet here by Gordon, and you see with topspin how it just goes up high to Pedroia. He's able to get the glove up and knock it down, but that's it.
Yeah, Bill Miller did have 3 home runs in that game, had 9 RBIs, 2 grand slams.
Saw Bill Miller when we were doing the game at the Coliseum against the Dodgers. In the front office with the Dodgers now.
Well, it's amazing to think he won a batting title, and that year batted primarily from the 8th spot in the Red Sox order. And into the final day of the season, tied with Manny Ramirez at 326, he ended up winning the batting title. This one is up the middle. Cora knocks it down. Everybody's going to be safe.
Quite an afternoon for Guillen. Picks up his 4th hit. 2 singles, a double, a home run, 3 runs batted in. Cora going up the middle, dives, tries to knock it down. He gets it in the webbing of his glove, but can't hold on to it. But he had maybe a chance to get a forced out at second base.
2 on, 1 away. And Mark Tan coming up here for Kansas City. Tan's walked 3 times today and grounded out. Red Sox pitching allowed 8 walks through 7 1/3.
Tian's wearing out about that same spot with these foul balls. Not exactly where they're going, but same direction.
Well, they elevate, doesn't chase. 1-2 the count to Tian. Alex Gordon at second base. Jose Guillen at first base. 1 out, top of the 8th. Red Sox on top 11-5. Miguel Olivo waiting on deck with 1 out here in the 8th.
Red Sox fans, remember, if you need medical care while at Fenway, visit the Beth Israel Deaconess First Aid Stand behind Section 12. Beth Israel Deaconess Medical Center is the official hospital of the Boston Red Sox and Red Sox Nation.
Tian to right, Drew coming in. He'll make the catch on the run. Straight in, and there's 2 down.
Yeah, sun out right now, too, and late in the afternoon, and not real easy out there in the outfield. Sun becomes a major factor this time of the afternoon at Fenway Park, and especially in right field. Line shot, but Drew gets a very good jump on it. Not hit that high, and that might have helped him out a little bit.
So 2 outs, first and second for Kansas City. Miguel Olivo, the batter. He has struck out, flied out, and then doubled back-to-back times. A couple of RBIs today. He jumps back out of the way of a 97-mile-per-hour fastball. Drive to deep left field. Up and gone into the monster seats. A 3-run home run for Miguel Olivo, and it's now 11-8. His Royals not going quietly today.
How about the afternoon Olivo has had? 2 doubles, 3-run home run, 5 runs batted in. Fastball middle in, and Olivo just crushes it. A line shot into the monster seats. All of a sudden, it's a save situation.
Okajima up in the Red Sox pen. Rapid fire at the moment with now 2 outs. And the base is empty. 3 runs in on the 3-run home run by Miguel Olivo. Ross Glow, the batter, 0 for 4 today. Fouls off the first pitch.
And 2 guys with big days, Guillen and Olivo, in the middle of that lineup for the Kansas City Royals.
0-2 now to Glow. Well, those are the guys that have the home runs. Guillen homered in the 7th inning to welcome Craig Hansen into the game. And Olivo homering here in the 8th. So while the bullpen was very, very good in last night's game, and part of the victory after Cologne went the first 5, has been roughed up today. So far they've allowed 5 runs. Swing and a miss. Ardsma strikes out Glow to end the 8th. A 3-run inning for Kansas City. 11-8 Boston.
Not it's all tonight on Sports Desk at 10 p.m. There'll be Sports Desk tomorrow too, but that's the one I'm talking about tonight.
New pitcher for Kansas City with the Red Sox on top 11-8. Headed to the bottom of the 8th inning. It's Leo Nunez.
First time we have seen him in this series against the Red Sox. 18th appearance overall. 17 2/3, 10 hits allowed, 13 strikeouts. Last time he worked was on the 16th of the month against the Marlins. An inning in that game.
He was used as a starter last year. Started 6 games. Spent a lot of the year at Double-A. Dustin Pedroia 1 for 4 today, doubled. Not going to run his last time up. A strike, and it's 1-1. Well, Gobble went 2/3, giving up 4 runs to the Red Sox. Yabuta went an inning, giving up no runs, and now Leo Nunez, all in relief of the starter Brian Bannister, is on the hook. On the ground, third baseman Alex Gordon. 1 down to the bottom of the 8th. Here comes Big Papi. And a base hit back in the 4th. A 1 for 4 day today for David. Or as you pointed out, Jerry, a save situation now. And the closer up for Boston, Jonathan Papelbon.
Yeah, with the score of the game today, I don't think the Red Sox ever expected to have Papelbon even loosening up in this one, but all of a sudden a 3-run ball game.
Well, they had an 11-3 lead after the grand slam by Mike Lowell in the 6-run 6th inning. A little tighter now. 0-2.
Well, that's 97 for Nunez on that fastball.
Ortiz fouling it off to the left.
Olivo kept calling for the fastball away. Nunez kept shaking him off, and he kept putting the same sign down. He desperately wanted that fastball away.
Nunez, 24 years of age, from the Dominican Republic. Popped up, foul ground. The catcher Olivo runs out of room. Oh, and Nunez made his major league debut, and it was back in 2005 on May 9th. He was only 21 years of age. He teamed up with Morgos, Cisco, to become the first rookie trio in Major League history to toss 50 innings without making a start. Those guys used a ton out of the bullpen back in 2005. Swing and a miss. Strikes out Ortiz, and there's 2 outs in the 8th.
Now David's all set for 97-mile-an-hour fastball. Instead, he gets the changeup from Nunez.
Two outs for Manny Ramirez. He's had a very quiet homestand and a tough stretch. Reached on an infield hit in the 2nd, struck out the 3rd, struck out in the 5th. Was intentionally walked in the 6th. That set up the grand slam by Mike Lowell. And he bats with 2 outs, bases empty. And what could be his last at bat of the homestand. Wanted to get 500 out of the way here at Fenway. And of course the Red Sox headed out on the long road trip, Oakland, Seattle, and Baltimore after today's game. And he pops it up. Herman, the second baseman, almost had to get over his head. Makes the catch. Red Sox down in order. Royals coming up in the 9th, 11-8 Boston. Timeout. Faced 4 batters, struck out 3 of them in impressive fashion. On for the 9th here.
13 saves in 15 opportunities for Papelbon on the season. Last coming against Kansas City, inning in a third in that game and had the 3 strikeouts. Overall, his 22nd appearance of the season.
New center fielder for the Red Sox, Crispin at center. Ellsbury moving from center to left field. Ramirez coming out of the game. Alberto Callaspo leads it off in the ninth. He has walked, grounded out, struck out, flied out. Strike one, 1-1. Papelbon trying to finish it off. Daisuke Matsuzaka, pitcher of record for the Red Sox, on 5 2/3, has a chance for his 8th win without a loss. Trying to become the 11th Red Sox pitcher to ever win at least his first 8 decisions in a season. Slap foul, 2-2 now to Callaspo. Callaspo, Gathright, and DeJesus scheduled in the ninth. Softly grounded Lowell from third base. 1 down in the ninth.
Split-fingered fastball there from Papelbon to get the first ground ball out of the inning. It's about all you can do with that pitch is tap it down to third base.
So 1 away, and here's Joey Gathright. On base 3 times today. A double, a single, a walk after he grounded out back in the 2nd inning. In the grass at third is Lowell, the 1-0. A strike over the outside corner, 1-1. To first softly. Youkilis will flip to Papelbon, 2 down.
Coming up after the game, it's WB Mason's Extra Innings with Tom Caron, Dennis Eckersley, and Heidi Watney. You'll get all reaction from today's series finale against the Royals, including manager Terry Francona's live press conference, plus TC and Eck will break down Daisuke's start. All coming up after the game, right here on NESN.
2 outs, 9th inning. Red Sox on top, 11-8. And it's David DeJesus, who is 1 for 5 from the top spot in the Kansas City order. And it's so much trouble scoring runs in this series against Red Sox pitching. Today they score 8 runs on 11 hits and still trail by 3 runs. With 2 outs in the 9th. To left field, Ellsbury in the game, and it'll fall in front of him for a base hit. As he moved from center to left this inning. And a base hit with 2 down on Papelbon.
Esteban Herman is going to be called back as we look at this base hit on a first pitch fastball by DeJesus, his 2nd of the game. Is Billy Butler coming up?
Yep.
Because he was the guy at the plate when Papelbon got that big strikeout with the bases loaded in the 8th inning a couple of days ago.
The only time that Butler had faced Papelbon was in that situation, so he's 0 for 1. DeJesus at first, 2 down, 9th inning. Papelbon trying to finish it off. Strike one. And there's the strikeout you were talking about.
Well, bases loaded after a bunch of fastballs. Papelbon going to the slider to get the strikeout. First slider that Butler had seen in that at bat.
To right field, it's going to fall in for a base hit. DeJesus is headed for third base. And all of a sudden, the tying run will be coming to the plate for Kansas City in the 9th.
Well, no slider, no splitter. Fastball and a base hit to the opposite field by Butler. Three-run lead. Youkilis will not hold the runner at first base. This is with the left-hander Gordon at the plate.
Alex Gordon with 5 home runs on the season. Certainly a power threat. He's 0 for 1 in his career against Papelbon, who ties up the laces on the right cleat. Gets himself ready to go now. First and third, both hits coming with 2 outs in the 9th. Runner at first goes as Gordon takes strike one. Butler takes second base on the defensive indifference.
And at second base, checking on sequence of signs that they're going to use.
The 0-1 to Gordon. 1-1.
It's like Cash wanted a fastball up and in. Apparently inside.
Two balls and a strike now to Alex Gordon, the number 3 hitter in the Kansas City order.
I gotta give credit to the Royals this afternoon. I mean, they never quit in this game. They were way behind, and here they are with the potential tying run at the plate in the 9th inning.
We're down 11-3. Scored twice in the 7th, 3 times in the 8th. Tying run at the plate. Fly ball left field. Ellsbury. He's got a beat on it. Red Sox win. Boston wins all the games on the homestand. And they sweep this 4-game series from the Kansas City Royals. 2 grand slams today. J.D. Drew and Mike Lowell providing the grand slams as the Red Sox win 11-8. Jared and I'll be back here, but first, here's Tom Caron with a preview of what's coming up on WB Mason's Extra Innings. TC?